G'day guys, how's it going? My name's Ant from Gaming Antics, and it is Friday, which means it is time for another games haul video. This week is a big haul. I was able to get 12 games, I believe. I had to go to different stores to get them, but yeah, I ended up picking up 12. And there is a reason, technically, well, there's a reason I justify picking up the 12, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So without further ado, let's get into the games and see what I picked up this week. So first up, we've got Skylanders Swap Force. Swap Force is like, well, Skylanders is like a figurine collecting game. So you collect the figurines, you pop them on this portal thing that's connected to your Xbox, and then they show up in game, then you get to play with them. Each figurine is unique to the player. Technically, you can rename them, you level them up and give them different abilities. And then you go through like a action adventure style gameplay situation and yeah, just play through the story. So we've got Swappable, Unstoppable. Embark on an exciting new adventure with the Skylanders and the Swap Force. For generations, the Swap Force protected the volcano that replenishes Skyland's magic. That is until an epic battle caught them in an eruption that blasted them apart, sent them to Earth, and gave them the ability to swap powers. Only you can mix and match their tops and bottoms, put them on the new portal of power, and save Skylands. So this one was an interesting one because the Skylanders themselves come apart and you can swap them for different abilities. It was really, really fun. I actually played this recently with my daughter and we had a lot of fun with it. I've played 1, 2, and 3 now with my daughter, and it's a really good game, especially if you've got younger kids and you want to get them into gaming. It's a really good game to get them into gaming and learn different control types, if that makes sense. She was really intrigued by the characters and putting them on. We even bought like a bag and other stuff. She was really into it, which got her really interested in playing the game itself. Really cool game. I do think the figurines are a little bit scammy. It's similar to say like the Amiibos or the Disney Infinity stuff. It's like they get you hooked on the game. You want to collect them all, or you want to get the different types so you can play through the game in different ways, and you end up spending so much money. They have become a little bit more cheaper with age. There was a lot of people who collected them, a lot of people who bought up big ones, and it just didn't really gain that popularity that a lot of people thought it was going to in the long run. So a lot of them are being sold for like $3 each. Some of the newer stuff like Swap Force and Trap Team are a little bit more up there, like $5, $10, $15. Yeah, when it first came out, a little bit scammy, a little bit scammy. So we don't have a booklet for this one, unfortunately, but disc is clean, so that's good. So I think we paid $10 for this one. Next up, we've got, in the same vein, Skylanders Trap Team, which is the one that I just mentioned. I think this is the second last one in the game series. So we got Capture Evil, Unleash Good. Chaos has blown up the walls of the feared Cloudcracker prison, freeing the most notorious villains in Skylands. It's up to you and the Skylanders to find and capture them using Traptanium, a magic material that can harness the power of the elements. And, oh wait, you have the amazing ability to trap the villains and return them to Skylands to fight for you. Begin the ultimate adventure as you explore Skylands in search of the escaped villains. So I don't know much about this one. No manual again. Clean disc. I don't know much about this one. It does sound interesting being able to capture the enemies. But what I do know from my little bit of research into this is they brought out so many more figurines. So there's like little item figurines or traps. There's power-up figurines. There's villains. There's good guys. Like there's just so many. And like I said, a little bit scammy, right? But I have been looking for this for a little while because I want to play it with my daughter. This is the one that we're up to. And I just need to get some Trap Team figures now. We've got a bunch of the other Skylanders. Hopefully, if I remember, I will bring them down and show you a couple of them as an example if you've never seen Skylanders before. But like I said, they are fun games. They are fun games. It's just that extra money-making thing in amongst it that kind of annoys me, but it is what it is. I spend money on much worse stuff. So, I buy toys for my daughter that get used a lot less than these things. So it is what it is. Anyway, on to our next one. Next up, we got Bad Company Battlefield. I've never played many of the Battlefield games, so I don't know whether these are good or not, but there's a lot of them, so surely they are. You're in bad company now. 4 renegade soldiers go AWOL when they stumble upon something really worth fighting for. Play as Preston Marlowe in a story-driven campaign across enemy territory. Tactical destruction. Blow up your environment to create vantage points and alter the course of the battle. Online modes. Next-gen immersion. Not anymore. The Frostbite engine brings the battlefield to life with high-definition audio, spectacular visual effects, and huge sandbox landscapes. So I guess the one thing that's cool about this is that you can blow up the environment and change the way that you play through that. I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, Battlefield. I haven't played much of Battlefield. I know it's more of a large scale. We do have a manual for this one. Controls, setting your sound. Bad Company Intel. Here we go. Welcome to the 222nd Army Battalion, B Company. This is where the army rakes together all the insubordinates, hellraisers, and troublemakers that won't fit in any other unit. It's nice having this background in the game. When did this come out? 2008. Oh yeah, still making books like this at that point in time. There's a fair bit in here. So it describes the characters, describes a single player. It gives you a bit of a synopsis or background on it. It's really cool. Let me know if you guys have played the Battlefield games and whether it's worth giving a shot. Next up, we've got the first of 2 games that I'm excited about because I've wanted to grab these for a little while. I did have them. Did I have both of them? I think I had both of them at some point. Sorry, stickers. The first one is Army of Two. Now, I've spoken about this on the channel before. Army of Two is a fantastic couch co-op game. It is amazing. When one man is not enough, never fight alone. Master 2-man combat with a live or AI partner to form the deadliest private military partnership a government can buy. Breakthrough partner AI. Fight alongside an AI partner who adapts and works with you like a live player. Unique co-op tactics. Sniping, riot shield, vehicles designed for 2-man operations, and more. Go aggro or die. Team up with your partner to blast out of trouble and take down enemies with the all-new aggro feature. And then online stuff. Army of Two is a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. The story's great. The action's great. It's just a lot of fun to run around and shoot stuff. The aggro feature is amazing. So basically, if you're shooting with a gun that's got more aggro, the enemies will all focus you, and your teammate can go and do things like sneak around and take out turrets or just sneak around and kill things. Really, really cool concept. Yeah, a lot of fun. I love playing this game. I played it with my brother-in-law just after I'd finished school, and we loved it enough that we wanted to buy the next couple of games. So yeah, really, really well worth it. So speaking of Army of Two, we've got the next one, Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel. Actually, I don't know whether this is number 2. I think the 40th Day is number 2, but this is definitely a sequel of some description. Double or Nothing. This hasn't got much of anything on the back of it. Double or Nothing. Pure co-op, split screen or online. Lethal cartels, brutality over bribery, explosive destruction. Go to extremes in overkill mode. So that's a new feature, I'm guessing, overkill mode. One of the things in this game that they do is the masks. So you wear these masks, and I believe the masks have stat differences. I can't remember exactly, but I believe so. So no booklet for this one. Disc is clean. But yeah, the Army of Two games, I already have the 40th Day. They're fantastic games. If you're looking for an awesome couch co-op game, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Pick these ones up. Next up, we've got another game series that I really, really like, and I don't feel enough people have actually played. And unfortunately, it didn't go much past number 2. But what we do have is Prototype 2. Fantastic concept for a game. It's like Spider-Man if he had Venom powers. It's very similar to Spider-Man in the way it plays. You sort of go around the city, jumping around and climbing buildings and destroying stuff. Unleash godlike powers. You are Sergeant James Heller. A devastating viral outbreak transformed you into a powerful shape-shifting prototype. Hunt, kill, and consume your way across New York Zero to take revenge on the man who destroyed your family. So yeah, really cool game. You play as this guy, and exactly what it says. Your viral outbreak transforms your body, and your body can change into different weapons and have different utilities. It's a really, really cool game. Really, really good story. and just a lot of fun. If you like games like Spider-Man or the Miles Morales games, those type of open world exploration through a city, missions, all that sort of stuff, this is definitely a game for you. So we've got another booklet. I wonder if it's got anything in it. Heads up display, not really. Map, gameplay. Let's take a look at the disc. Relatively clean. So yeah, Prototype 2. Really good game. Highly recommend both of them if you haven't played them. Next up, we've got Alan Wake, a psychological action thriller. This game, I have played a little bit of it, but at the time I wasn't too interested in psychological action games, and I ended up not playing it anymore. But I've seen a lot about it, and these days I do like these sorts of games, so this is definitely one that I want to go back to. When the wife of best-selling writer Alan Wake disappears on their vacation, his search turns up pages from a thriller he doesn't even remember writing. A dark presence stalks the small town of Bright Falls, pushing Wake to the brink of sanity in his fight to unravel the mystery and save the woman he loves. Part action game, part psychological thriller. From memory, it's like you're stuck in almost like a dreamscape and there's things coming after you, but the thriller that you have found that you wrote kind of explains what's going on at the moment. So it's like a bit of a, in the mind situation. I remember it being good. I just remember also not being too interested in the story. I was like, yeah, whatever. So this one's another Blockbuster one. Man, Blockbuster Wantirna South. Where is Wantirna? Is that Melbourne? So booklets in here. Oh, we've got maps. I can't even show you guys because this is like stuck in really well. I hate when they used to do this. What did they stick it down with? Glue, tape or something. It's so annoying. We've got maps, or you might be able to see a little bit of it. Driving. Weapons, light-based weapons, all the different enemies, the characters. Yeah, so a $10 fee will be charged for the removal or damage of this instruction book. I wonder if they'll still charge me these days. I wonder if they charge me. Good old Blockbuster. I miss Blockbuster. So like I said, we got a lot of games, so we've still got a fair few to go through. Next up, we've got a game that I've never ever heard of before and looks interesting. It's called Mini Ninjas. Mini Ninjas. Biggest danger, smallest hero. Be a ninja, play as Hero and his 5 friends in their epic quest to defeat the evil samurai warlord. Master furious ninja skills, collect spells and unleash ancient Kuji magic. Possess all animals, stop time, control the powers of nature, and restore harmony to the world. No idea. It looks interesting though. It looks really cute. But it looks serious as well, not just cute. And we've got a Crackdown 2 agency helicopter. Lucky we've got Crackdown 2. I don't know what the gameplay kind of is. You can see combat over here. It looks like a bit of a, I don't know, if Tenchu Z was cute. I'm not too sure. It might be like an action adventure style game. You get spells, there's different temples, or maybe it's more like Legend of Zelda. I don't know. We'll have to see. Different ninja followers, switching ninjas. So you can switch out to different ninjas who've got different abilities. Interesting. I'm keen to give it a shot. Let me know if you guys have ever heard of this game or played it. And if you recommend it, or should I just put it on the back burner? But it's by Eidos. We know this brand. IO Interactive and Eidos. I feel like I've heard of that before, but I'm not 100% sure. Now we're moving into some of the more interesting, I wouldn't say interesting, but ones that I'm intrigued to see how they actually play through. Next up, we've got quite a messy version of Eragon. So I haven't read the book all the way through yet, but I know it's a lot of people's favorites. And I know that the movie wasn't very well liked. I don't know whether the game was well liked. Live the legend as Eragon, and with your mighty dragon, Saphira, ride into epic battle against an evil king's sinister forces. Only you can realize the ancient destiny of the Dragon Riders and save Algasia from falling further into darkness. So with movie games, they're not always the best. They're usually just a cop-out. No game manual. But the disc is clean. They're usually just a cop-out. This looks interesting. Who's it by? Sierra. Sierra's not bad though, are they? Sierra's not bad. You can see it's a pre-loved Xbox 360 game, which is 100% what it looks like. It's definitely one that I want to look into because majority of movie games that I've played are terrible. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays through. Next up, we've got Avatar, the game, another movie one. Once again, I'm not too sure how this one will play. I've heard people talk about the new Avatar game and it's all right. I don't know about this one though. It is by Ubisoft, but that doesn't really mean much when it comes to movie games. So we've got Enter the World, Ignite the War. The Avatar program has sent you to the distant world of Pandora and thrown you in the middle of an epic battle for survival. Now you'll have to decide whether to stand with your fellow humans or help the indigenous Na'vi defend their home world. So I wonder if you play as, is his name Sam? I wonder if you play, like, does it play alongside the movie? I wonder. Play as the RDA Corporation or as the indigenous Na'vi in single and online multiplayer campaigns. Online multiplayer campaigns. Ride creatures, drive vehicles, and acquire new skills as you progress through the story and explore the beautiful but deadly Pandora. Actually really interested in this one. Let me know if you've played it. I'm really interested in this one. Because this could be fantastic. The universe of Avatar is such an insane universe. It's different characters, capturing territories, experience bar, life bar. It could be good. It could be good. Might actually be all right. Once again, let me know. We're up to our last two. So next one up is Madden 010. I'm not into these games, but $1. You can't complain with $1 games. You just can't. Yeah, there's not much to say about this. What is there to say? It's a game about NFL. Fight for every yard. Make every play count. Build an online franchise. Everything you see on Sunday. The extra point. Interactive injury system. Interesting. And online co-op. I've honestly never played a Madden game. I don't really even know anything about NFL, so I wouldn't even know where to start when I played it. Is it worth playing? I know some of these games are really, really popular and a lot of people love them, but literally the only reason I picked it up was that dollar mark. I was like, it's kind of worth it just for $1, right? Let me know. I don't know much about that one. Okay, the last game for today, which takes us up to, that 12, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is a game that technically we already had, but it was another one that my doggo made unusable for me. And that is just replacing Saints Row 2. Unfortunately, is the classics game, but eventually we might be able to find the original. But yeah, Saints Row 2. Saints Row is a fantastic franchise. I've never personally played it, but I know a lot of people who absolutely love it. We've got Free You're in a Sinner. Demand your respect, build your empire using an arsenal of rocket launchers, stun guns, and satchel charges. Crush your competition. Complete the campaign in co-op or multiply the mayhem in online open world gameplay. Make your mark. Transform your crib, crew, and ride with total character customization. So this is obviously before number 4, which means there's no aliens. But I'm assuming it's going to be on a similar sort of line as number 4, where it's crazy. It's a little bit over the top. GTA style gameplay. What have we got in here? Not much. So yeah, it definitely looks like GTA style gameplay. Health meter, sprint meter, respect, notoriety, weapon cache, homies. Your followers will be represented here along with their health meters. Wow, this is okay. Earning respect, diversions, activities. Saints Row definitely looks like an interesting game series. Ooh, what is that? That's some mean scratching up in, where is it? It's that one right there, but you're not going to be able to see it properly, unfortunately. But there's like quite a large scratch, but lucky enough, I've got, I think, a better copy. So there was nothing wrong with the disc from my old copy, so I'm just going to replace that, and it's pretty much good. So I paid $6 for the case, pretty much. There's nothing wrong with that. Big stack of games, really, really good. And I paid like $70. I think it was about 70. I think it was maybe like 62 or something like that, 64. So yeah, big stack of games. Really, really happy with what we got. I was able to get some that finish off like series, and I've been able to get some that I've been looking at for quite some time. So yeah, definitely really happy with that. and which means this is a little bit of a longer video as well. So we won't be sticking around to talk too much after this. There is a little bit to say, but not a massive amount. Let me put these into, oh yeah, by the way. So I changed up the games room. So now we've got a shelf that actually will hold a lot more Xbox games. And this shelf down the bottom here will eventually hold consoles. But for the moment, it's just got the 360 in there because I haven't hooked up anything else. Shelving system is set for now. We've got space for, I think it was 400 games in there. And then once we get to 400 games, I will deal with that and figure out another situation. But for now, we've got more than enough to keep going and hold the games in. So I'm going to pop these up on sheets and then pop them into the games collection, and then we'll move on to the rest of the video. So as I was saying, I went to a different place to buy video games this week because it has finally happened. I am officially now struggling to find stuff at Cashies. I bought, what was it, the four games at Cashies? No, 5 games at Cashies, and technically I didn't really want to buy them. So those are the 4 ones that I bought from Cash Converters. Like I said, Saints Row 2 was just a replacement. Madden and Eragon and Avatar and Mini Ninjas were ones that I didn't really want to get. I just sort of went, yeah, okay, I'll grab them because they're here. It's not like I was searching for them or anything like that. By the way, I haven't put them in the shelf yet, so the games are still here. I have marked them off on sheets though. So once I looked there, I wanted to go down to the other store that I usually go to, but they were closed today. No idea why. It is a Wednesday. Usually they're open. I'm not too sure what happened there. So I was kind of at a loss. I was like, all right, well, I need to buy some games. What am I going to do? So I went and picked those up from Cashies, and I drove out to a market about an hour away from here, a flea market. Flea market? Is that what they're called? Yeah, something like that. And that's where I was able to pick up the other bulk of the games. And there was heaps there. There was heaps. There was 4 vendors that stock video games, each of them having anywhere between, say, like 15 to 30 games. Some of them reasonably priced. There was one that was asking for Halo 3 for $40. I was like, you can get it on eBay for $5 with free shipping. Like, who's going to... Anyway, but I think moving forward, this is where I'm going to go to get my collection. It just makes the most sense. I'll probably go to Cashies just to see what they've got in case they've got anything cheap, like, Madden for $1. But I'll most likely head over to the flea market once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, and just pick up a bunch of stuff from there. So moving forward, fingers crossed we won't have to deal with the Cashies stickers for much longer. With that said, I wanted to move on to the question of the week. There is pretty much no rhyme or reason as to why this is the question of the week. Usually I've got some sort of link in or some, connection as to a thought or something that I've played, but I just want to know what the first Xbox 360 game you played was, whether it be when you were younger or if you've only just gotten into Xbox 360. Let me know what the first one was. Mine was COD 2, Call of Duty 2. I was visiting my cousin for a week, and it was during the school holidays. I would have been year 8 maybe, or around then at least anyway. And he didn't have a hard drive for his 360, so we weren't able to turn it off, which is a common thing within my childhood. Like, we never had save devices for some unknown reason. But we continued playing it through the day, and we just wouldn't turn the Xbox off, and finished the game at some point during the week, and it was amazing. I loved it. And then we played Cameo for a little bit after that. He only had one controller, so I remember him at some point trying to play Cameo with the steering wheel of one of the driving sim things. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant. But as soon as I got home from that trip, I begged my mum and dad to get me a 360. And it wasn't for a couple of months, but Christmas that year, mum and dad bought me a 360, and I got the Forza 2 Viva Pinata package. And then a couple of weeks after that was my birthday, so I got Halo 3 and Perfect Dark Zero, maybe one other game, but I can't remember exactly what that was. So that's my first game I played and the first lot of games that I bought, I guess, on the 360. That was a long time ago, and it has led me down a rabbit hole of 360 games ever since. Probably one of my favorite consoles. One of my favorite consoles. But yeah, let me know in the comments what the first game that you played on the 360 was, or first game that you bought yourself on the 360 as well. But like I said, that is all that we have time for. This is a massive episode. This is probably the longest one I've ever done. And I've noticed as we're getting on in the episode, I'm talking a lot quicker because I am wary of the time. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do like the content, make sure to subscribe. There's been plenty of shorts coming out. I've been doing these videos weekly, mostly weekly, for a while now, and that's going to continue to happen. So if you want to see more of the collection, join in, subscribe, leave comments, like the video, share them to friends who might like the video as well. And yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. So thank you once again for watching, and I will catch you next week. And as always, enjoy your gaming.